British rule ended, this place became a prison, but that phase also ended and the prisoners were relocated. However, it has been declared, just like other castles and forts in Ghana, as a World Heritage Site. What is left of us now as a country is to harness this and make this a tourist hub for both Ghanaians and foreigners alike. The institution responsible for making this a reality is the Ghana National Museums and Monuments Board. We spoke to the executive director.
1. Identification and registration. 2. Restoration. 3. Increase their social use, educational, cultural use. There is a lot of work involved in restoring the fort. We need to mobilize a lot of resources. We're beginning to think now that the sustainable management of these forts and castles cannot be left to the state alone. So we are obliged as custodians of this built heritage to seek and form partnerships that are not necessarily within the public sector. Yes, we have ongoing partnerships and cooperations with the some museums around the world, including the British Museum. We have a good one with the Danish or Denmark National Museum, and also with UNESCO and the various World Heritage or Heritage Preservation organizations. But we have to initiate the partnerships that allow us to unlock those monies and to not only look abroad, but to work with the local business community.
Until this is done, James Fort will remain locked. Madame Catherine Afeku is the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, and this is her plan for Ghana's heritage sites.
The good news is we have something on the table to take to Parliament to do the overhaul of inventory of our natural heritage sites, including the tree you have mentioned, the falls, and all the castles are actually lumped together as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. And we have very strong collaboration with them, and we call on them to support with the education and the restoration work as well. But the most important thing is the mandate is with Ghana Museum and Monuments Board. And as a ministry, we are a vehicle. We are also encouraging private sector, curators, archaeologists, both within and outside, to come in and partner the ministry in taking the museums and our heritage sites to the next level and encouraging the original partners, the Portuguese, the Danes, the British, the Swedes, to come back to Ghana and share their co-heritage with the world.
Near the James Fort is a lighthouse built in 1871. The news team was prevented from entering the premises because, according to a local self-employed caretaker, the place has been closed by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority for renovation. This lighthouse was crucial to the export of goods and slaves from the then Gold Coast, as Jamestown became a major departure point for same back in the colonial era. In recent years, the lighthouse has become popular in the entertainment circles as the site has been featured in a lot of music videos, commercials, and some social events like the Chaluete Street Festival. Another heritage site in Jamestown is the Asha Fort. Though that is open to tourists, the site also needs a facelift. The fort was the last and the smallest European trading post to be erected in Accra by the Dutch. But in 1868, there was a change in name from Krevukue to Asha Fort. That was after the British bought the facility and decided to christen the piece of architecture after their governor, Herbert Taylor Asher. On display here for tourists are some relics from time past. tour guide, Moses Anaba, took us to some of the dungeons and explained some of the features there. Having visited other castles and forts across the country, which are well restored and developed, James and Asher forts, once developed, can be a key contributor to Ghana's GDP and has the potential to boost the tourism sector by adding on to the many tourist sites the country is endowed with. In sports, the 2017 University of Ghana Inter-Hall Rugby 7S competition has been officially launched. The competition, which kicks off on 17th March this year, is being organized by the University of Ghana Sports Directorate in collaboration with Titans Sporting Club.
The 2017 UG Inter-Hall Rugby 7s competition will have a total of 8 teams put in 2 groups, with the first and second of each group progressing to play in the top 4 of the competition. The competition kicks off on March 17, 2017 and ends on March 18th. Launching the event at the conference room of the University of Ghana Sports Directorate, head coach of the University of Ghana Sports Directorate, Alhaji Tahiru Yusuf Amuda, was happy as an opportunity to unearth talent for national use.
We started with 3 and now 8 of us are going to take part in this year's rugby competition. As a directorate, we are putting things in place with the great Titans to see to a very good and successful tournament.
The rugby coordinator at the University of Ghana Sports Directorate, Michael Justice Appiah, called for support from individuals and corporate Ghana.
Like Marshal Norte, Prince Egbefia, Eric Tetega, and Glenn Anochi, into the The Sports Directorate, in collaboration with the Titans Club, trains student rugby players. That notwithstanding, the Sports Directorate is committed to develop and promote rugby to the highest level. So we invite stakeholders and philanthropists to come on board to help develop rugby on campus.
The vice chairman of Titans SC, Marshal Noti, said he was happy as the enthusiasm shown by the view. Hela Lima.
Our hall has what it takes. We have very good players and we are ready. The last tournament we played, we were mostly newbies, new to the game, and we're not all that prepared. But this year we are full of experienced players and then we are coming to take the cup.
Well, we're as ready as can be, but with this particular tournament, we are going to take it a game at a time. Most of our players are relatively new to the sport, so yeah, a game at a time.
Last year we played against the defending champions, and even though we were 2 men down at that time, we were not having much players by then. We were able to face them. So this time around we are having players, we are having a very good bench. So we are looking forward to amassing the ultimate.
Being ready technically is an understatement. every year Kwafu becomes a team of a must-watch. So yes, Kwafu is ready, and we are hoping to take each game at a time.
Yes, we are fully ready, physically, mentally, in every way we are ready for it. We know that from the little experience we've gained in addition to what we had before, we could play a very good game this time around. Yes. From the start to the end, consistency, everything, we're just going to give them out our best. I'm not narrating because everyone has gained the experience. We've all gained the experience. So this time around, we just want to see who is who.
We've been training hard, so I think we are ready for the cup. This is our first time, but we are going to do it. We are going to beat the first runner-up last year. That's just, we are going to beat them. And we are going to go for the trophy.
And that was sports.
Time now for some arts news. The Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum is the final resting place of the first president of Ghana, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It was dedicated to him for his outstanding campaign to liberate Ghana from colonial rule. Nkrumah's wife, Fatia, was also interred at the mausoleum. As we celebrate Ghana's 60th milestone, we take a look at the current state of the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum.
The mausoleum was built on a former British polo field and was the point where Kwame Nkrumah declared independence in 1957. A visit to the mausoleum a few days to Ghana's 60th independence celebration shows that Kwame Nkrumah's final resting place has been poorly maintained. Our camera lenses picked up the malfunctioning fountains. Groups of children touring the mausoleum could be seen everywhere. Our lenses also saw piles of rubbish at the mausoleum. Despite the state of the mausoleum, tourists were still trooping in to see Kwame Nkrumah's final resting place. A vehicle belonging to the first president is still intact.
The Winkle Weather Report, brought to you by Adriane Hene with technical support from the Ghana Meteorological Agency.
Good evening and welcome to the weather report brought to you by Adriane Hene. For the past 24 hours, rainfall figures written Met Office are scrolling at the bottom of our screen. A rainstorm supposed to affect the southern sector yesterday till today, but it got dissolved along the line. And out of it, we have some systems that are forming over the that's middle volta. Due to the directional wind flow, we are anticipating it to grow in size and then move westward to affect some other areas. So for the forecast for tonight, till tomorrow in the morning, partly cloudy over the southern sector with isolated cases of rain and thunder over the middle, the coast, and then part of the sea. The northern sector will remain dry and slightly hazy. Temperatures will be 22 over the north, the transition, and then part of the forest belt. Greater Accra will record 26. Those in Sekedi, Takoradi, part of Nsawam are likely to record 25 degrees Celsius as their minimum temperature. By dawn, mist and fog patches is anticipated over the sheltered areas of southern Ghana. Thereafter, that's by midday, we are expected to go back to partly cloudy with sunny spell across the 10 region. The north is going to be pretty scorchy. That's going to be very hot over the northern sector. Temperatures will be around 42 over the upper east region, 41 over upper west. The northern region will have 40 as their maximum temperature for tomorrow. The transition and then the forest but temperatures will be around 36 degrees Celsius. Greater Accra 33, Secondary Takoradi 32. Towards the evening, before we bring you an update, we are still anticipating some rain and thunder over the coastal strip and then part of the middle sector. So this is going to be from now till tomorrow. Up on the screen is the forecast for the next 48